Hey y'all, these are some finished pieces from my recent kiln firing. If you're not familiar with my work, I'm located in Georgia and I produce alkaline glazed stoneware in a wood-fired kiln with locally dug clay. And this is an eagle with a flag piece commemorating the 250th anniversary of the founding of the United States. And it's got a Liberty banner going around the bottom of the eagle, and it's signed on the base right here. And then this is a rooster with red and blue highlights on it. This is another commemorative piece of a soldier with a Betsy Ross flag behind it. These are all carved on with a carving tool, and then this one's signed as well. This is an owl, and it's made in 3 pieces: the base, the body, and the head. And I used brown underglaze to do the spots and white kaolin highlights to do the lighter areas. And I applied the kaolin to the wings, and I also incised the feathers all around it, giving it a lot of great detail. This is a snake jug that was inspired by Benjamin Franklin's join or die illustration that was published in the 1700s. It was an illustration that was promoting the colonies to unite in unison against Great Britain prior to the Revolution, and it was used during the American Revolution. And I decided to take that design and create my own version of it in a snake jug. And I used a plastic drinking straw to apply all the snake scales to it. And then it's got another applied area indicating the colonies, sort of like the original Franklin illustration would have had. I think it had the head as New England, and then the other colonies as the other parts of the body. This is a 4-gallon jug of a soldier with a flag behind it commemorating the 250th anniversary. There's 2 other soldiers charging behind him, and then a background with carved in with an incising tool and a carving tool. And it's also got applied slip for the grass. And then this is a turtle. The base was hand turned, and then the turtle was made by hand. And I also added some logs and stumps to it, and I used the similar carving technique to the jugs that were on here earlier to add the background of that piece. And then to do the snake scales, this is another scene showing a close-up of them and how they're made. And to do them, again, I use a plastic straw like you get at Dairy Queen or McDonald's to do that with. And then this shows how the owl was made and how I applied the feathers to it, just using some softer clay there. I also like to paint scenes of historical figures and subjects. And this one is a Western cowboy. He's got a rope and a gun, and there's a background of a southwestern scene in it. This is an American Indian chief, and he's decked out in his headdress, and I added a lot of detail to this one. I'm a folk painter, but I like it to have a lot of accuracy, but not to be too perfect. And so I take my time and I really put a lot of detail into them when I create them. You can see it there. And then right here is a scene of a lady picking cotton. And then I frame them all in antique wood. This wood is from probably about the 1880s from a local home. And then they have a biography on the back of them. And so I sell these at my kiln openings 2 to 3 times a year, but these are also available by order or commission. So if there's anything you like, feel free to contact me. I'll include my contact information at the end of the video. So thank you for watching.